Highly entertaining Big Ten season in what I believe is clearly the deepest conference in college basketball. So I'm excited about another really fun, challenging year. Um, for us, it's the celebration of 125 years of Ohio State basketball, and as always, we look forward to representing all those that came before us, all the teams and coaches and phenomenal players that have come before us. As many of you know that followed us, last year we had our struggles until the very end, and we have certainly have a lot to prove. And I know we're all looking forward to that opportunity here this year. Uh, we have a group that consists of six returning players, as well as three transfers and a four-man freshman class. We'll certainly be led by that group of returning players, fourth-year player Zed Key, as well as that trio of returning sophomores, Bruce Thornton, Roddy Gale, Felix Okpara. So we are really excited about those guys continuing off some of the really fine moments they had later in the year last year, and can't wait to get started. So I'll take questions.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open the floor for questions.
Chris, Adam Jardy with the Columbus Dispatch. After losing Bryce last year and some other guys that were pretty ball heavy or prominent offensively, do you have a little bit of a feel for the preseason here, what this offense might look like?
Yeah, I do, Adam. I think we spent a lot of time in the offseason looking at some of our offensive numbers, and the reality is we were not, particularly in Big Ten play, Adam, good enough offensively in a number of ways. Our numbers overall on the year, as you know, were good, but in Big Ten play, they were not good enough. We were not efficient enough like we had been really the bulk of our time at Ohio State. So we made some adjustments, and I think we've got a group that in some ways, there's an element where you lose a guy that has the ability to kind of go get a bucket at any time. That presents some challenges, and then it's also obviously going to present some opportunities for some other guys.
Steve Hellwagen, Bucknuts 24/7 Sports. You bring in three transfer players, and obviously the hope is that they're going to be productive members of your team, veterans, leaders, even though they haven't been in your program. Just if you could go through each of those three guys and how you kind of envision what you want to see out of them. It sounds like Mahaffey has already been a pretty good addition from the limited bit that we're getting.
Okay, you've got an insider source there, Steve.
I don't know.
We really are pleased, Steve, with the three transfers that we have. They've had a really good summer and fall, and I think as every coach will come up here and talk about how excited he is about his team. But I really think that those three guys are going to have a real significant impact on this group. You mentioned Evan. Evan's the youngest of the group. Evan's just spent a year in college, so he is a sophomore, and I think he is a growing, developing player. Dale Bonner gives us something that we really haven't had maybe in our entire time at Ohio State in terms of his quickness, his ability to shoot the ball, and how dynamic he can be. It just gives us a different element. And certainly you can play he and Bruce together, and we plan to do that pretty consistently. And then Jamison Battle's obviously a proven multi-dimensional wing guard forward who's been able to score in the Big Ten for the past couple seasons. So we're excited about his shooting and scoring that he's going to provide.
Byron Metcalf, ESPN. They're not here yet, but the four former Pac-12 schools that are on the way, what do you think they add to the basketball product in the Big Ten?
Yeah, I'm excited about it, Myron. I really am. I think our league is positioned as well as any league in the country, and I think all those schools bring a different element. They're all going to be really exciting places to play for our guys to go and experience. Playing at some of those venues that are as iconic as there are in college basketball. They're all programs that have experienced certainly highs and lows, but you look at a program like UCLA, and they've had a phenomenal last couple of years there with Mick. So I think it's a really good thing for our league. I couldn't be more excited. I think I speak for most coaches. You know, the question that's come up a lot, Myron, is the scheduling and how that impacts sports like ours. But I know that we have an incredible crew at the Big Ten that I think will take all that into account. There'll be some challenges with it, but it's well worth whatever challenges are going to come.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you.
What's up, Aaron?
Aaron Kraft, Beyond the Big Ten. Just curious, going into an off-season like this after a season like you had, what were kind of things you were hoping to accomplish in the off-season, and was there anything in particular that you got excited about that happened this off-season?
Are you a member of the media now?
I have a credential today, so.
Okay. Met Dr. Kraft here soon. Aaron, thank you for the question. Yeah, you know, because you've been around, Aaron, when you go through a season like that, I think you're looking for really the daily work of your guys and what that looks like. And that's been led by, I think Bruce has led the way there. The consistency of his work and his approach, I think has been a really good thing to see, and it's also certainly been contagious. But that's the first thing you're looking for is, do we have the daily work and the edge that's required coming off some struggles. And I really do look at those struggles, and we were talking a little bit about it last night. When you go through struggles like that, what you really hope is that you have guys returning who have those scars, that scar tissue, and that can remember those moments, because I think that really provides beneficial things moving forward, and that's what we get to see this year.
Final question, Coach, on the line.
Hey, Chris, Isaac Trotter with 24/7. How do your conversations in the portal change when you're looking for a piece, not necessarily the piece?
Yeah, it's a good question. You know, I think for us that was a conversation, right? When you have a young group of players, you can go out and recruit kind of the player. But for us, we were looking for guys that we felt like could certainly make an impact, but could also allow these sophomores in particular to grow. So you're having that conversation. All three of the transfers are going to play a really important role and a significant role. I really believe that. But we also wanted to balance that with the idea that these three sophomores that we have need to continue to grow and flourish as players.
Coach Holtmann, thank you so much for your
Okay,
time.
thanks so much.